Studies show that most spills are caused by human error. Oil spills can almost always be prevented or contained before they cause damage. Training can reduce the number of operator-related spills and reduce the severity of impacts from a spill. Training will also sharpen operating and response skills. This will reduce the number of violations and penalties, including possible fines and even jail time. This training is required by the regulations of the Environmental Protection Agency. It will provide you with an overview of the SPCC Plan, present spill prevention and response procedures, and identify your responsibilities under this plan, and who to contact in case of a spill. Oil includes all types of oil, including fats, oils, and greases, vegetable oils, and other oils and greases, petroleum, fuel oil, sludge, synthetic oils, mineral oils, and oil refuse or oil mixed with other wastes, or where oil is part of the material according to the safety data sheet. Your facility is required to develop, implement, and maintain an SPCC plan because your facility's above-ground oil storage volume exceeds 1,320 gallons, which makes your facility have a high risk of large spills. Containers that contain less than 55 gallons are not regulated under the SPCC Plan, but don't forget, they are still covered by your SWPCP. The SPCC Plan has been prepared to meet federal and state regulations. The plan evaluates your facility's spill potential of overflows, leaks, and ruptures, and predicts the probable spill quantity, rate, and direction from each source. It also describes measures you need to implement at your facility to prevent oil discharges from occurring and to prepare the facility to respond in a safe, effective, and timely manner to mitigate the impacts of a discharge. Employees are required to be trained on the SPCC Plan if they handle oil or oil products. This includes handling, transferring and fueling, storage, spill response activities, or maintenance of oil-containing equipment. Training is required annually, and new personnel must be trained upon hiring before they handle oil. SPCC plans must be updated to reflect changes at the facility that affect spill potential, or is needed to incorporate administrative changes. Reviews are also done every 5 years. When there is a revision, all personnel must be informed of the change and trained on new or modified procedures as necessary. Have there been any recent revisions to your plan? All plans are site-specific. During this portion of the training, supervisors will need to pause the video when you see the pause button and review the section from your plan with your staff. Oil from your site that enters the city's storm drain system makes its way untreated into receiving waters. This means that any pollution from your site that enters the storm drain will ultimately end up in our ocean. Pause the video now to identify your facility's potentially affected waterways and the discharge location, which are shown on the map in your plan. A map of your facility shows drainage areas and drainage patterns. Be sure to take note of locations of storm drain inlets and piping, types of ground surfaces, flow directions, the locations of oil-water separator inlets, and locations of spill kits. Pause the video now to discuss your facility's site plan. If the site plan does not reflect your current facility layout, the SPCC plan must be updated, which might require recertification. A table included in your SPCC plan summarizes the oil containers, tanks or vessels, contents, and volumes present at your facility when the SPCC plan was certified, which may look something like this. If there have been changes since then, a revision is required which needs recertification. Pause the video now to identify locations of oil storage on your site, the capacities of the containers, and their contents. Spills often occur when fuel is delivered. Follow these procedures to minimize spills. Conduct these operations on paved areas, only during daylight hours or with adequate lighting. Ensure the driver observes the entire delivery operation and places a bucket or absorbents under hose connections to collect drips or leaks. Take note of and report any unusual activities. Check the tank level throughout the filling process. Do not overfill, as this will cause a spill. Use a dipstick before and after loading, unloading procedures if there is no overfill alarm. Verify that the vehicle and equipment are grounded. After filling the tank, check the fueling vehicle for leaks so it does not leak while in transit. Record spills in both SPCC and SWPCP plans. The SPCC plan identifies possible spill hazards at your facility, which may look something like this. Pause the video now to review the expected volume, discharge rate, general direction of flow in the event of equipment failure, and means of secondary containment for different parts of the facility where oil is stored, used, or handled. Have there been any spills since the last plan update? Since that time, has there been any malfunctioning equipment that needs repair? Any spills? Were there any changes to the site or operations? Pause the video now to review the facility's spill history so future spills can be prevented. Spill prevention starts with you. Do your job in a way that minimizes spills. Be alert to a spill or conditions that may lead to a spill. Know the spill response procedures outlined in the SPCC. Keep equipment in good condition and use properly. And practice good housekeeping measures. Spill impacts can also be mitigated with secondary containment, such as double-walled tanks, spill pallets, indoor drum storage, and covering storm drain inlets during tank filling. The facility is required to perform inspections, tests, and evaluations listed in the Inspection and Testing Program table, which may look something like this. Pause the video to discuss requirements for inspection and testing and who is responsible for them. Responding early to minor rust is critical. Don't wait until the rust becomes worse. Inspect the entire tank. Don't forget to look underneath. Spill prevention also includes corrosion protection, overfill prevention systems, security, lighting, visual observations, proper loading and unloading procedures, as well as personnel training. Annual inspections of the facility are required by the SPCC Plan. Monthly inspections are completed by facility personnel. An appendix in your plan includes the monthly inspection checklists of the SPCC regulated oil storage locations. Identifying any issues early can prevent large spills. These SPCC monthly inspection checklists must be kept with your plan. After completing this training video, everyone must sign the training record, which will be kept with the plan. All records must be kept for a minimum of 3 years. Don't let your facility fall victim to these common SPCC violations, including untrained personnel, not reporting spills, an inadequate SPCC plan, lack of spill prevention measures, and lack of spill response procedures. Remember, always try to prevent spills. Plan ahead. Know what to do if there is a spill. Fix something that might lead to a spill. Do your part. You are responsible for preventing spills. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of a cure.